Good morning, students. In last class, we have discussed about the introduction part as well as the origin of statistics. Today, we are dealing with the concept that is definition of statistics. Yes, ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳೇ ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಸ್ಟಾಟಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಇದರ ವ್ಯಾಖ್ಯಾನ ಅಥವಾ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Now, the word statistics is represented with the different meanings. There are hundreds of definitions given by many research scholar in their scholarly article. So ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೂರಾರು ವ್ಯಾಖ್ಯಾನಗಳಿವೆ ಸ್ಟಾಟಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಗೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಮುಖವಾಗಿ we need to understand the concept statistics in two contexts. The definition of statistic can be understood with two different contexts based on hundreds of definitions given by different scholars. So ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂಥ ಸ್ಕಾಲರ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವಂಥ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಆಧಾರವಾಗಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಈ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನೇ ಎರಡು ಭಾಗವಾಗಿ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ, ವಿಂಗಡಣೆ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. We have divided it in two contexts. In that, first one, that is statistical data, and second one, statistical method. Okay, you can observe on the screen I have mentioned both the context. Let me underline. First one, statistical data, and in the second context we call statistics as methods. So even the first context, that is data or statistical data, that is known as plural sense. Yes, dear students, the first context, that is statistical data, it is also known as definition of statistics in plural sense, not in singular but in plural sense. In plural sense, what is statistics? According to the scholar, statistics is nothing but it is data. Now, what is data? Data means it is a raw information or raw data which we are processing those data to make it meaningful information, or we can call it as numerical information. Yes, dear students, in first context, that is in plural sense, we call statistics as data or numerical information, the information which are in numerical terms or which are in numbers. That is what statistics. And based on such numerical information, we are going to draw some conclusion. Based on that numerical information, if we took some decision, if we draw some conclusion, that is what known as statistics. Now let me give some example. For example, sales statistics. About what? The number of products sold in the market in a specified period of time. That is what numerical information. While we present the information about the sales, we present it in numbers. We present it in numerical terms. That is what statistics according to first context, that is about, it says the numerical information itself is known as statistics. One more example I can give, that is about height of group of 5 students. How we are going to measure the heights? We measure heights in centimeters, right? Like 156 centimeter, 168, 180, 153, 172, so on. So these are all the way of presenting the information about so and so aspect. If we measure the information about so and so aspect in numbers or in numerical terms, that is itself is known as statistical data or numerical information or statistics. In which sense? In plural sense. Now there are many definitions given by so many scholars who says statistics as a data. According to, out of all those scholars, one of the scholar, his name is Horace Sechrist, Professor Horace Sechrist. I'm gonna highlight his definition. we can consider his definition as a prominent, as it have very good explanation regarding statistical data. According to Horace Sechrist, the statistics may be defined as, so he defines statistics as aggregate of fact. So he highlighted some major characteristics of statistical data. In that first one, that is number one, he says statistics is nothing but it is an aggregate of fact. What it means, aggregation or aggregate means? So he says statistics, it is not isolated data, means individual data cannot be called as statistics. If the data in grouped manner or in aggregate manner, then only we can call it as a statistics. Andre Horace Sechrist ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಸ್ಟಾಟಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಒಂದು ವಿಷಯಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಿರುವ ಒಂದು ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಬದಲಾಗಿ ಅದು ಒಂದು ವಿಷಯಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಿರುವ ಗುಂಪು ಮಾಹಿತಿ. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಅದು ಒಂದು ಅಗ್ರಿಗೇಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾನರ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಇನ್ ಅ ಅಗ್ರಿಗೇಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾನರ್, ಅದು ಐಸೋಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾನರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು. Then only we can call such information, such data as a statistics. And the one more characteristics he highlighted in his definition, that is second one, it is affected by multiplicity of causes. It is affected by multiplicity of causes. Whatever the data we have, it should be affected by number of causes. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ವಿಷಯಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಿರುವ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದು ತುಂಬಾ ಫೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಅಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂತಹ ಫೋರ್ಸಸ್ಗಳು ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಅಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅವುಗಳನ್ನ ಒಂದೇ ಬೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಅಧ್ಯಯನ ಮಾಡುವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಷ್ಟ. Andre, the statistical data, it is affected by multiple causes. Let me give an example. If you want to study about the production of rice, in a so and so area, then the production of rice is affected by number of causes like rainfall, as well as the method of cultivation and the fertility of the soil. These are the different causes which affect the statistics. So according to Horace Sechrist, statistics is affected by number of causes or multiplicity of causes. Then let me move further. That is third one, numerically expressed. So according to Horace Sechrist, he also says the statistics should be expressed in numerically. That should be presented or expressed in numerical terms, means in numbers. The information should be in numbers, numerical terms. Otherwise, it cannot be considered as statistics. And one more characteristic he highlighted in his definition, that is enumeration. Enumerated or estimated according to reasonable standard of accuracy. Andre statistical information anna ನಾವು reasonable minimum, ನಾವು reasonable standard of accuracy level ಅನ್ನ maintain ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು. Even though we are not able to maintain the perfect or the precise standard of accuracy or mathematical standard of accuracy, at least ನಾವು reasonable ಆಗಿ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್, ಅದರ ಅಕ್ಯುರಸಿ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗಬೇಕು. Means whenever we present the information, it should be presented in precise and in accurate manner. ತುಂಬಾ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಕ್ಯುರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ರೀಸನೇಬಲ್ ಆಗಾದ್ರೂ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ನೆಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ವೈಲ್ ವಿ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ದ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್. ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ಗಿವ್ ಅನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, that is, while you measure the distance from Delhi to Mumbai, ನಾವು ಮುಂಬೈಯಿಂದ ಡೆಲ್ಲಿ ವರೆಗಿನ ಒಂದು ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ we avoid the centimeters, meters and all. We just measure it in kilometers. Yes or not? So no need of measuring or specifying the centimeter or meters. It is just enough to measure it in kilometer. But while in the case of measuring the height of the students in a classroom, even we have to give proper consideration to the centimeter or inches. Even we should not avoid the a little inch while we measure the height of the students. So whenever it is necessary to maintain reasonable standard with reference to accuracy. That is what the fourth major characteristic of statistical information given by Professor Horace Sechrist. And one more characteristic he highlighted in his definition, that is fifth one, collected in systematic manner. While you collect the information, you should collect it in a systematic manner. Otherwise, it may mislead the investigator or the research scholar. So we have to use the systematic tools, systematic methods of statistics as well as mathematics to collect the information. And finally, the sixth one, for predetermined purpose. Predetermined purpose means whenever you collect the information, whenever you inquire for the information, the purpose of collecting the information should be very clear. It should be previously decided. You have to decide it priorly. For what purpose you are going to collect the statistical data. Okay, it should be very clear. And the last characteristic, that is placed in relation to each other, means whatever the data we collect now, they should facilitate comparison, comparing with one set of data with another set of data. That is what placed in relation to each other. So these are the major 7 characteristics presented by the Horace Sechrist, Professor Horace Sechrist, in his definition. So in plural sense, yes dear students, in plural sense, the statistics can be defined on the basis of the following 7 characteristics. In that first one, that is, it consists of aggregate fact. As I said while I explaining the definition, it consists of aggregate of fact. Now aggregate of fact means it's a group of fact. Statistics is not considered as isolated fact. It is considered as group of fact. So if it is in isolated manner or single or unrelated figure, then we cannot call it as statistics. Okay. Why the isolated data cannot be called as statistics? There is an example I can give. The age of the person in a year, the age of one single person. It is not statistics. Why? It does not facilitate the comparison. If it permits comparison, then only we can call such data as statistics. If you collect the data regarding the series of data relating to the age group of different persons, then only we can call such data as statistics, as it facilitates the comparison. That is what the only one reason it should be in aggregate manner. Why? Why? Because it should facilitate the comparison. We cannot comparison a data of single person. We can compare the data when it is in a aggregate manner. Let me move on to the second characteristic, that is it affected by number of causes. It is affected by many causes. I can give an example. The price. The price affected by conditions of the supply and demand. Here, if you consider the price as a statistical phenomena, then it is affected by various causes. Causes like supply, demand, import, export, and the consumer behavior, right? So there are different causes which have its effect or effect on the price of the product in the market. The price of the product varies due to the different causes like supply, demand, export, import, and many other factors. So this is what defined by Horace Sacris, that is statistics is always affected by number of causes. The third characteristic, that is it should be numerically expressed. It should be numerically expressed. The data, whatever you collect, if you want to call such data as a statistics, then those data should be in numerical form. It should be presented in numbers. If it is not in numerical term, then it would not be called as statistics. For example, weight. When we measure the weight, we measure it in which unit? Kg, right? 60 kg, 70 kg, 100 kg, like that. So it should be in numbers. Then only we can call it as statistics. Okay, means the statistics mainly deals with the quantitative information, not with qualitative information. That is what. It doesn't mean that not at all it deals with the qualitative, but in majority of the time it deals with quantitative information. We used to present the data in numerical, statistical information in numerical term. The fourth characteristics of statistics, it must be enumerated or estimated accurately. It must be enumerated or estimated accurately, means reasonable standard should be maintained. Yes, dear students, reasonable standard. What is reasonable standard? It is nothing but if you are not able to maintain the 100% of the standard, then it is necessary to maintain at least a reasonable standard. That is what accuracy level expected by the statistics. Yeah, it is not possible as we maintain the 100% accuracy in mathematics. In statistics, it is not possible as we maintain the 100% accuracy level as we maintain in mathematics. Okay, so the reasonable standard should be maintained while you collect, present, and analyze the statistical information. For example, while measuring the heights of the building, it is not necessary to measure the heights of the each single bricks. Yes or not? It is just enough to measure the height of the total building in a whole manner, right? No need of measuring the height of the each and every bricks in the building. So based on the situation, based on the phenomena, you have to maintain the standard. You have to maintain the reasonable standard or the accuracy level. And the next fifth characteristics, it should be collected in systematic manner. The data collected, it should not be in a haphazard manner. It should not be in an unsystematic manner. Whatever data you collect now, it should be in systematic way. You should follow some method to collect the information. Otherwise, it may mislead the purpose of the study. Okay. Whenever you collect the information, ನೀವು ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥಿತವಾಗಿ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥಿತವಾದಂತಹ ಮೆಥಡ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. It should be in a scientific and systematic manner. The sixth characteristics, that is about the predetermined purpose. Whenever you start to collect the data, we must be clear with the purpose. ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವ ಉದ್ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅದು ತುಂಬಾ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಆ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. If we have no information about its purpose, then we may not collecting the proper data according to the need. ನಮ್ಮ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಮ್ಮ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆಗೆ ತಕ್ಕ ಹಾಗೆ according to our need, we need to collect the information. Otherwise, it will mislead the purpose or the objective of the study. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಧ್ಯಯನದ ಉದ್ದೇಶವನ್ನ ಅದು ದಾರಿ ತಪ್ಪಿಸಬಾರದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ you need to collect it according to the need. Suppose we want to get data on imports and export, we have to know about the various segments such as electronics, consumer articles, grain, etc. Yes or not? Then only we can conduct our study in a proper way. So the purpose of study should be very clear. The seventh characteristics, that is about statistics should be placed in relation to each other. It means whenever you collect the information, you should present it in such a way that it should facilitate the comparison. ಅದನ್ನ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಆ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲೇ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಮತ್ತು ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಗಿವ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ to its homogeneous nature. It should not be in heterogeneous nature. Homogeneous means similarity, identical. If it is in identical manner, then only we can compare it. If it is in homogeneous manner, then only we can compare. If it is in heterogeneous nature, then it is not possible to make a comparison between two different set of data. For example, we cannot take a comparison of height of building with height of students. Now students height anna building height jote compare madakagalla. That is what comparison means. Nature of collected data should be homogeneous, not heterogeneous. adu identical, similar ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಆಗಿರಬಾರದು. You should not find any difficulty to compare the different set of data. ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಡೇಟಾವನ್ನ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು. ಅದು ಹೋಮೋಜಿನಸ್ ನೇಚರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹೊಂದಿರಬೇಕು, ಹೆಟರೋಜಿನಸ್ ನೇಚರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹೊಂದಿರಬಾರ್ದು. ಅದು ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್ಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Dear students, I'm gonna end my session. It is enough for today. Let us continue about the definition of statistics in singular manner in the next class. Please go through it again and again. So that you can understand the concept very well. Dear students, I'm going to end. Thank you.